with the Ron and Fez show, still become the fastest hour in radio. Also, a reminder, you can join J-Dubs at the Singular Wireless Store on Arlington Boulevard in Fairfax starting at noon tomorrow.
All right, Wonderboy, pass me a note that he has something for you, Fez.
Fez, our friends from PR Partners heard that we tried to do some pampering for you the other night, and it didn't really go well. So they wanted you to come in, and they're going to really take good care of you. They want to give you a good massage, a real facial, and all the things that I kind of tried to plan for you and wasn't able to pull off. They want to.
You mean that hideous bit that you tried to do on my birthday?
Yes, where I was trying to do Sergeant Sponge Tongue salon.
Why don't you focus on what Fez is getting rather than what didn't work?
So what they're going to do is they're going to give you a deep tissue massage, a facial.
Who's they? Explain from the beginning. Less words and explain it, and then you'll have a nice little piece of tape to give somebody.
PR Partners wants to give you a nice deep tissue massage, facial, manicure, and pedicure as a way to say happy birthday to you. So the folks at PR Partners.
All right, well, thank you, PR Partners. I appreciate that.
Yeah, they're nice pokes.
Folks, excuse me, I misspoke.
How many P's in there for you?
I get my tongue twisted up pretty easily.
Well, that is very nice of them. I love it when a birthday just keeps on going. Just days later, still getting gifts.
All right, Fezzy, Friday night now. Is it Saturday night or Sunday morning that we have the clock changing?
It's like early Sunday morning, I think. Yeah, as
2 a.m.?
Yeah, like when you're going into Saturday, from Saturday night into Sunday morning.
So spring, we fall behind? No, we would fall.
Yeah, we're falling forward?
We're falling... Well, no, we're not falling. We're springing ahead.
Okay.
We fall forward and we spring ahead.
You wouldn't spring back?
No, no one springs back.
All right. This is the bad one where we lose the hour then.
No, we get an hour of daylight. So we don't lose time. We're gaining time. We're gaining an hour of daylight on Saturday. So I guess this time next Friday it'll still be light.
That's an awful lot of daylight.
Well, that's because it's Good Friday. All right, 866-277-4969. I'm not even sure why. I think they used to use this for farmers, right?
Yeah, I think that's one story we heard where they get another hour to work their fields or something.
Why would they get an hour to work their fields? The sun is the same time. Work their fields whenever you want. You really don't need to change your clock for it. Why would you need to change your clock? Because you're outside. If you're outside and it's light, you're outside in light, no matter what time it is.
And you're getting the same amount of sunlight anyway. So just go out there then. That makes sense. And if we did it for farmers anyway, why are we still doing it now?
Why, there's not farmers anymore?
Well, there's still farmers, but it doesn't seem like it's so necessary where we're living and dying by the sun.
You want to miss some meals then, Fez? You want to go without meals if these guys don't know what time it is?
Never. That would be my worst nightmare.
I mean, we're making more food than ever. If there's any importance to this at all, which I don't see why there would be. I don't see why it matters to a farmer if it's 7 o'clock at night and he's doing something in the field, or if it's 6 o'clock at night. Why would he care? He's going by the sun, right?
Yeah, I mean, either way, he's getting up at the same time.
Crack of dawn.
When the rooster sees the sun.
Yeah, well, now we're not using the rooster to see the sun. But, you're getting up, you're trying to be out there at the crack of dawn. It doesn't matter to him what the hell's happening, does it? And, someone tries to tell me something about heat and air conditioning. That doesn't make any sense. You're still going to have the same amount of time. Let's just pick a time that we're all comfortable with. Let's split the difference and let's move into that half hour. So, it won't be too dark in the winter or too light in the summer. And that'll be the time. And we don't just have to keep falling and springing and leaping and jumping and being stupid.
That's how Newfoundland does it. They're an hour and a half ahead of us.
Well, we won't be an hour and a half once we just decide that half hour will now become the hour. We'll just once move the clock a half hour, we'll split the difference, and that'll be it. And no more leaping and toing and froing and trying to deal with the time. 866-277-4969. 866-277-4969.
It takes me forever to set everything in the house. You know, the cable box will do itself.
Yeah.
The computer will do itself. But then you got the microwave, and you got the stove, and you got any other clock that is in there.
I leave mine. I don't bother getting part of this. I just leave it as it is. And no, whatever. Some of these I think I'm catching back up with, so this will be perfect for me.
Come October, you're all set.
Tom, you're on Ron and Fez.
What's up, buddies?
Hey, Tom, what do you got?
Daylight savings time. The reason they move it back is because they leave it where it is now. We're going to get daylight at like 5 a.m., 4:30 a.m. when laborers can't go out and work because of noise ordinance and things like that. That's why they moved it back. So guys are doing roofing and landscaping and things like that get the full day that they could work when there's daylight, and they're not going to be disturbing the normal folk.
You'll go out at daylight, right?
Yeah, but a laborer can't swing a hammer and bang on a roof next door to you at 4:30 a.m. when it's going to be sunlight in another 6 weeks. So they move it back, and then it can start getting light at 6 a.m., and then by 8 a.m. they can swing, but they can still swing hammers till 7:30, 8 o'clock at night.
Well,
so they're getting a longer work day in the heated time of year when they get to be the most productive with their work.
All right, I can understand someone not wanting anyone swinging hammers at 4:30 a.m., but the most you're going to get is 5:30 a.m. It's not like you're moving the clock from 4:30 to 8 a.m. when it's a respectable hour to be making noise.
And this way, you can't do anything until that time. Or they change their law that, okay, you can't start swinging hammers till 9 o'clock in the summer. But
why now they have until later.
Yeah, that's between them. That has nothing to do with us. They should be the ones adjusting their clock. It should have nothing to do with me. I shouldn't have to think, I'm doing this so a laborer can do something. 866-277-4969. Why can't the laborers go, and remember in the summer, we come in an hour later, and we work an hour later. And I'll be completely beyond it all. It'll have nothing to do with me, and I'll just move on with my life.
All it would take is a memo.
Corey, you're on Fez.
You know what, guys? It's all about communism and capitalism. It's all about the production, fellas. It's for the good of the people and what we can produce for the people. We need more time for the people and the farmers.
What are you talking about? If you really need the sun to work, why would you care what time it actually was? You'll just say, we're working from sunrise to sunset. What matter does the clock have to do with it? It doesn't mean anything to me.
So, people aren't going to work 9-hour days. They're still going to work their 8-hour days.
Their point is that you'll be able to come in earlier in the winter. But why don't you just say in the winter we come in earlier and we cut out earlier? George, you're on Fez.
Hey, yeah, guys, it's actually more for businesses if you look at it. Because a farmer, man, he's a single guy. Usually farms don't have 10,000 employees. They got a couple. And I know a Hoosier, as they call them, meaning Indiana guys who, if I believe it right, are full of farmers. And a lot of places out there don't even do daylight savings time.
That's a good point. Indiana, who's got all that corn or whatever the hell they have, they won't even play the game, which I love that state for. That, and of course, they got the basketball and the little 500, and they're always doing their own deal. They're doing whatever they want.
That's hysterical. No, we're not messing with our clocks.
Joe, you're on Fez.
The farmers in Indiana are very concerned that the extra hour of sun will hurt their crops. That's why they don't want to change it.
What? There's not extra sun. The sun doesn't listen. It's the clock. It's been made up. It's really the made-up illusion that we all buy into as if there's any such thing as time.
They're saving the crops by not setting the clock ahead.
The crops would burn if we didn't turn it back. They would burn under that much sun. Chris.
Hey, buddies. It's all about the school kids, man. In the wintertime, they don't want the kids standing out there for the bus waiting in the dark.
Then do this, okay? Say, kids, this is what time school starts in the winter. This is what time school starts in the spring. But do not tie the rest of us into it that we'll be working the same times no matter what happens. It doesn't matter. It's insane to think that this should have anything to do with society as a whole.
I always thought they did the fall back in October so that Halloween would get here faster. It would get darker out sooner, and you can go trick-or-treating sooner.
Kids don't wait now. Kids came to my house last year 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So all that's out the door.
Well, they're going to the mall anyway, too.
And you know, most of the people don't work in any kind of these jobs. Ryan, you're on Ron and Fez.
Yeah, I'm working midnight shift. My boss informed me I got to use an hour of my vacation time because daylight savings time. Because I get off work an hour early.
That happens to people that are on third shift. That they'll, and then some years they'll have to work a 9-hour shift, and it'll zip back on them. So
that stinks either way.
It stinks on ice is what it does. Either you're missing an hour or you work an extra hour. Either way, it doesn't make sense. Hey, Mikey, you're on the Ron and Fez show.
Hey, you're completely right. You split the damn difference, and it'll be all right. I'm in the Army, and it doesn't make sense to move an hour back, an hour ahead for some lazy bum just to have an excuse to be late for work. It doesn't even make sense.
I don't understand it for even a second. And any theory that people give you about roofers and farmers, that should be their business if they're working around the sun.
You're right.
The only fun part about this weekend are the people that don't fix their clocks and then come to church as it's just ending. and they look like nuts walking in the doors. Everyone's coming back out.
With that big confused look like, oh, my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, that person should be fired for being too stupid. Perry, you're on Ron and Fez.
Ron, you really have it all wrong. Doctors say that the higher incidences of skin cancer are really caused by that extra hour of sun.
No matter what time it is, the sun is out the same amount of time, darling.
No, Ron, it's an extra hour. I know.
You're a lunatic. The sun comes out when it comes out. It goes down when it goes down.
You're so stupid. I can't believe I'm not dating you. All right, we're going to take a break. Fastest hour in radio coming up. It's WJFK FM and Ron and Fez AM.